All right, hello there, everyone. Sorry that it's a little after 10 o'clock. Um, my name is Tyler, and it is so good to have whomever is watching this live. But if you're watching this on the recording, it is so good to have you here too, because you are awesome and you clicked on this video. So, what is this live stream about? First of all, let me start off by introducing myself. My name is Tyler Shepard. I am a web accessibility consultant, about 5 years of that work. And I'm currently wanting to currently honestly right now I'm currently looking for employment in web accessibility full time, um, W-2, but that's not why we're doing this. I'm doing this because it's a necessary need. And this is my YouTube setup. It's my kitchen because all the best ideas come when you're eating food or thinking about eating food or cooking food or whatever. Food gives you energy and it gives you ideas. So this is my YouTube setup. This is where we will be for the next several weeks because I hope this is as successful as I think it's going to be. For the next several weeks, what we're doing, we are going to cover every single WCAG guideline in detail and further understanding so that not only can developers and designers understand it, but it's actually a three-pronged approach. Number one, I can further understand each of these guidelines. I know several of them. I know where they all are, but there are others that I don't. Honestly, there are others that I have no idea what they do, what they mean, what that even means, what that even looks like. And I hope to gain my own personal knowledge to make myself a smarter individual as well. Number two, I'm targeting the designer, the UX designer, the UX developer, the content creator. I'm targeting you because you are the ones that actually deal with this stuff every day. There are people like me. I can come in and go, okay, you got to fix this, you got to fix this, you got to fix this, got to fix this. This isn't right. This isn't right. This isn't right. This isn't right. Oh, nice job on this. But let's be real here. If I say, okay, you violated guideline 1.1.1, we'll get to that one next week. If I say you violated guideline 1.1.1, which is images, there's no alt text on images, how many of you, by raise of hands, or actually put in the chat L, put in the chat the letter L if you're like, what does that mean? It's not yeah. If you don't know what alt text is on images and you're like, what? How do I do it? What do I do? Why do I do it? Why is this important? That's the point of this series. We're going to go through every single guideline I can get my fingers on, which is all of them because I have them all. We're going to go through all of the guidelines and we are going to try our best to gain a further understanding of what they mean, what they do, how to implement them. But here's where I separate this series separates itself from the oh wait, whoops, I'm going too fast. And the third reason, honestly, is this is kind of like my portfolio. In a weird way, video, I'm blind, by the way, if you can't tell, because I don't think I'm looking at the screen or at the camera. But by the way, someone tell me how I'm doing with the video, with the camera work. But honestly, WC, honestly, I don't really like. I can cite content that I've done. Like, oh, I've worked with Microsoft, I've worked with so and so, I've worked with that, worked with this, worked with that, advised them on this, advised them on that. But this is my most tangible way to prove to myself to that I will. If a company's like, well, what does this guy know? He's got 5 years of experience. There's no portfolio. He's not a coder. He does like, what does this guy know? I can say, well, I know this. I took the initiative. I took the time. I did this to help you gain your own knowledge as well as gain my own skill, increase my own skills. I can send them this playlist. I can send them this playlist and I can be like, here's my portfolio. Here's what I've got. This is what I've got. Now, where does this series separate itself from all the other WCAG series on YouTube? Well, if we're being honest here, folks, this one's the best. And it's bold, it's brash, it's a brash statement. But I dare any of you in the comment section after the video, go and type in WCAG guidelines and ask yourself, okay, what if I want to look like, okay, where do I get? What you will find is you will either find a very basic intro, which will probably be like a lot like this video, because we have to start at baseline, or you will find a 41-minute or an hour-long video that basically glosses over each of the guidelines and then tries to say, okay, go figure it out as a designer or developer. If someone else has done a series like what I'm about to do, wonderful. I just haven't found it yet, and I'd love to be proven wrong. Now, so what I plan on doing with this series is I plan on going, like I said, going through each and every guideline, reading what the text says, trying to parse it out. Because these are very confusing. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. These are very confusing texts. But if we can be able to so my goal is to go through every guideline and have a video on each of the guidelines. Secondary goal is to have the chat or the comment section. If you're a designer, a developer, and you have questions, post them in the chat. If you're watching this after the live feed, post the questions in the comments section. I will answer, or hopefully other people will answer as well. I want this to be a community of knowledge. And if my LinkedIn family, if you guys want to answer these questions as well, feel free to pose your own questions. Feel free. I want this to be a never-ending conversation from all kinds of persons. There is no wrong question here. There is no wrong question because the fact that you ask a question means that you want to learn. Now, I will say, if you do wish to hire me, after the video, I will link my LinkedIn to the description after the video is done. If you do wish to hire me, send me a message on LinkedIn. My LinkedIn will be linked in below. Pun! I did one. Will be linked in below. And let me look at it. Let me look at your content. Let me look at what you do. If you have questions and you just want like a one-on-one coaching, fine. I do have rates for that. But any question you ask here on YouTube, because YouTube is a free platform, I'm not charging you for that. That's crazy. But if you want to schedule a one-on-one coaching session or a one-on-one look through of some content through like a video chat, thanks, COVID, for making us do video chats, by the way, you insufferable little virus. We can definitely do that. That part will be charged. But if you ask a question here on LinkedIn, if you ask a question on LinkedIn, I will answer that as well. But if you ask a question on YouTube, that's perfectly free of charges. I mean, I will definitely answer as many as I can. And the best part is, my goal is, if I can't answer it or I don't see it, but someone else does, answer for them. If you're an SME, if you're a subject matter expert on this content, and you see a question here in the chat that says, well, how do I implement time restrict? How do I how long should I tell the computer the program to save data. Or and if I miss that question because I'm working on other tasks or doing something, answer it for me. Answer it for me, and take the initiative and run with it. This is a diet. This is a community. That's the goal here. Is a community. Now, so those are the goals. So let's start talking about. Well, actually, before we get into the actual content, let me explain a little bit about my YouTube channel. I don't post as much as I oughta or as I wanna. Well, it's more I just time just goes wee and vanishes into the ether of just you're lazy. Yes. It just vanishes. So I'm trying to get better. I gotta make a better plan for my YouTube content. So here's the thing. This channel is generally geared. The accessibility stuff is a passion of mine, so there'll be longer form videos, kind of like this one. This one's a rambler. But so my other videos are a lot shorter. I usually dig up something interesting, a weird story off the news, or something LOL, something interesting off Reddit. Just in kind of a little quick little news bites. That's what I deliver: science bites, news bites, entertainment bites, educational bites, random stuff from my life. That's the content that I usually deliver. Accessibility will be a little longer form, live. I don't edit any of my videos, so if you watch my videos, you will see that I don't actually edit any of them. I have some water here. Okay, so I don't edit my videos because I can't find an accessible video editor that doesn't because every video editor that I deal with, it always seems to spew when I go and try and pick a video, it spews out a long series of code, 6084136 vid equals underscore blah blah blah, that stuff. I don't have time. Just tell me the date, tell me the time, tell me how long, let me go. That's all I want. That's all I want in life. All right. So after this, I'll check the chat. So if you are spamming the chat with hi, I'll check the chat in a minute. But today's topic is poor. You want your website to be poor. Now, that is not to say, hey, I almost cursed. Make a terrible website. Just make something nasty. Just make a bad one. Just don't do anything. Lower P. You want it to be poor with all capital letters. POUR is an acronym that stands for perceivable, operable, understandable, robust. Okay? So perceivable, these are the questions you have to ask. Can I see it? Or can I perceive it in any way? I.e., can I touch it? I'd love to touch a website. Touch. There, I touched a website. See? Touch. There we go. All right. Well, okay, good. Anyway, can I hear the content? Can I hear the content? Is there closed captionings? Is there this? Is there that? Is there audio description? Full disclosure, most questions to the audio description question are no. YouTube, what the heck? I'll rant about you later. That'll probably be after all these videos. I gotta rant with y'all. Y'all are actually violating some guidelines. Anyway, allegedly. Anyway, but some other types of guidelines that we could get into later if this series works out. But anyway, so oh, perceivable. Okay, so can I perceive it? Can I just basically touch it, see it, hear it, all that stuff? Okay, that's perceivable. Does that make sense? Let me know in the chat. If that doesn't make sense, I'll try and explain it a little better in chat or comments later. Operable. Can I operate it? Can I click it with a mouse? Can I click it with a key? Can I use a keyboard to find what I want? There are websites that the answer is to that question is no. And those websites annoy me. We'll get into that one in a bit, in a couple weeks. Is it operable? Can I click it with a mouse? For the people that don't have any arms, that need the I don't know what exactly it's called. I think it's called a mouth stick. That doesn't sound right, but somebody let me know if that's what it's called. A little thing that people with the inability to tap on a keyboard or use a mouse, they use their mouth to click on things. Can it be used by switches? Is it operable? Next one for the U in poor is understandable. Is the question you have to ask yourself, is the content or on the website written in a way where it can be understood by all persons? Now, I've seen, this is not a diss on LinkedIn at all, but I've seen content creators on LinkedIn, content creators on YouTube or on Instagram, content creators on all the socials. Yo, listen up. If you're going to write something in a circular jargon where you think that your audience can understand you, even though it's written in such a manner that it is highly unlikely that they will understand you, just stop. Just because you can understand it does not mean we all can understand it. I want the WCAG guidelines themselves to be understandable. I want to help you guys, and I want to make sure that this works out. So that is the main reason for the goal is I want it to be understandable. The next one is robust. The question you have to ask yourself there is, why is the website, or not why, is the website able to be used on all devices? Can I use it on my phone? Can I use it on my tablet? Can I use it on the laptop? Can I use it on a desktop? Can I use it when they implant computers in our brains, Elon Musk? I know you're working on it. I know you're working on it because you seem like the kind of guy that would work on that kind of thing. Can I post a tweet on can I post a tweet on my phone? I'm gonna pick on Twitter, or you know what? I'll pick on YouTube. I'll pick on YouTube. I don't care. Actually, wait. I got a better one. There's a website out there called Streamlabs. It's a live streaming platform. We're gonna pick on them for a minute. Question is, so Streamlabs, is it accessible? Can I go live on my tablet? The answer is no. My tablet is not compatible. That's another whole thing. But the answer to that question is no. Can I go live on my phone? The answer is yeah, no. It's yeah, no, because nothing on that freaking website, on that freaking app, nothing on that app is labeled. So I can, if I try and putz, can I do it on the computer? Yeah, no. Again, nothing's labeled. So we're going to use Streamlabs as an example of poor. Does it pass it? Is it receivable? Yes, in that I can open it and I can use it. I can open it and I can make note that it's open, but none of the buttons are perceivable because none of them are labeled. Is it operable? Can I use it? Can I operate with it with a keyboard? No, not really. Again, nothing is labeled. So if literally all I hear on my screen reader, my phone will literally read it like this. Here at the top right or top left, unlabeled button, 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 and finally Oh, look, unlabeled button. Then at the bottom, you have your back button, your home button, and your um, overview button. I am using an Android Google Pixel 2, but literally nothing on that website is labeled, or not website, that app is labeled. Everything is unlabeled. All the widgets are unlabeled. I know this is triggering. I should have given a trigger warning for all the accessibility people that are probably watching this, but none of those things are labeled, and I can't seem to get a hold of them. So if anyone knows anyone at Streamlabs, I'll be digging into that later today. So is it operable? No, not really. Not unless you want to try your hand and putt and try and just go, well, shot in the dark. Oh, wait, what did I do? Is it understandable? No, it is not understandable because, again, nothing is labeled. This is why labeling is a key component of your website. It's probably understandable to sighted users. I don't know, but not for me, and probably not for people with cognitive disabilities who could get very easily confused based on the number of unlabeled buttons, and they're using a screen reader to navigate. Is it robust? Yeah, no. It's robust because it can be used, but again, it's not labeled, so nothing is used. Let me ask you guys this. Does that make sense? Chat, does that make sense? I will be checking the chat now, and I'll be answering any questions you may have. So I'm going to go have my screen reader. You on your end will not hear it because I have headphones on, but I will have my screen reader read. So let's see if there's anyone here who actually is chatting. I'm actually going to write in the chat and say, hi, people. There. All right. Unfortunately, no one's here on chat. Doesn't really ruin my day because the goal is still there. I had fun doing it, so there's no one on chat. But if you do have questions, please let me know, and I will talk to you all later. And next week, we move on to section 1.1.1, alt text in images, the simplest and yet hardest one to implement. Next week I may have a rant. Well, no, I'll make my rant later in another video. But section 1.1.1 images to next week. I hope to see you all there, and thank you all for watching, and have a great day.